This is a Bob Jackson. The company started in Leeds here in the UK in 1935 by J.R.J. Cycles, and they were producing bicycles up until recently, and they've now gone out of business. However, I do have it on good authority that Woodrup Cycles, also in Leeds, are going to be taking the name over and continuing to build steel frames in the Bob Jackson name. So our bicycle here is probably late 70s, early 80s. The frame itself, well, we are going to be needing our good friend Mark from MR Creations. I can tell you that now, because although it actually looks okay, when you get close to the paintwork, it's been actually hand painted on, so it's a bit in a sorry state. So we will be sending this frame off to actually get repainted, and I'm definitely going to be asking Mark to concentrate and do something very nice for this lug work, because the lug work is stunning. 531 tubing, and yes, it's in my size, which is always a good thing. So the group set itself, well, that is a complete mixed bag. I think every component is different. It's at the rear here, we've got a Shimano 105, probably early 90s rear derailleur. Then we've got this Campagnolo crankset, a Suntour front mech, simplex gear levers, very nice indeed. And we've also got these brake levers, which I'm not too sure about, but they're definitely going to be going. The handlebar tape, well, I think most of that is white insulation tape, to be honest with you. We've got this saddlebag here, that's going to be going, and we've got some Wyman brakes. So as I say, every component is completely different. So before we actually get started, as we always do, we strip these bikes down. I've got my blue gloves at the ready, so what are we waiting for? Let's crack on and get a move on with that. Well, what a battle that was, and it's not over yet. We've had to get the bottom brackets, the actual tool in the vise we generally do to actually prise the bottom bracket. That was completely rusted in there, so that needs some cleaning. And we've had to actually take the handlebar tape off the handlebars, which was covered with 3 layers of handlebar tape, believe it or not. And the reason I had to do that was to actually get the handlebars off the stem, because that was completely and utterly seized into the forks. I had to cut the stem itself, so I've had to do that, and the other part is still in the forks themselves, very seized in there indeed. Not only that, the seat post is still in the frame as well. So that completely snapped. We've got to get the hacksaw in there, start chipping away at that, very time consuming. But we've got to do that before we get this frame off to Mark, so it's a no-go until we get these seized parts out of here. Well, it's not good news. Half of the seat post is still in the frame. We've tried collapsing it with a saw and actually sawing down to actually collapse the seat post itself. That didn't work, unfortunately. So then I was heating the frame up and cooling it down rapidly to actually create a reaction between the two metals. That didn't work, and I've even had it soaking overnight with a release agent, and that has failed also. The problem is now we have actually got this frame here with the seat post half in here, and the frame itself, through all the manipulating and stuff, is actually damaged. On this lug here, it's actually ripping the tube itself. So I am going to call it a day on this one. They're not all winners. This one is definitely a fail, unfortunately, but they do happen. We do have some amazing frames that are all complete, that are ready to be built up just behind the camera there though, so please stick with us. We've got a beautiful Pinarello, which is a tribute bike for Pedro Delgado. I've got an amazing 753, Reynolds 753 Peugeot, and we've also got a couple of rallies, one a Castorama and the other one is a very nice Panasonic, close to my heart, so that will be an epic build. So yes, we've got plenty going on. We've also got an interview with Pete Matthews to look out for. He's the master wheel builder. I've actually got him to build the wheels for the Pinarello. This one may be actually better than the Colnago. So yes, we've got loads going on. Please stay positive. They're not all winners, but yes, we have definitely tried our best. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your support, and bye for now.